Shut up and sit down.
Good morning, campers. I am riding on the Allen Parkway Trail. I do this like 23 or 24 mile ride from my house near the Galleria all the way to downtown, all the way up to the Heights, and then I come back through Memorial Parkway back down to my home through the fancy part of town. So, of course I've got to, just kind of see how the 1% lives, Anyway, so all of this was destroyed during Hurricane Harvey a couple years ago. So I'm on my bike ride, and during Hurricane Harvey, all of this, all the way up to the road, was underwater. We just had like 2 days of rain with Hurricane Beta, or Storm Beta. And somewhere under here is the dog park. It's under there somewhere. And that's the route that I'm supposed to take on the bike trail. As you can see, it's inaccessible. It's probably about 4 feet of water. Yeah, those lampposts are pretty tall. So I'm gonna go back up this road here and go back up to the street and just take Allen Parkway to downtown. I probably won't be able to ride under the freeway in downtown where the bike trails are. It's probably all underwater as well, because that's where Buffalo Bayou goes. But yeah, we'll just start exploring and see if I can at least get my 23 miles in on this route. This whole entire area was completely underwater. And as you can see over here is the Buffalo Bayou. So we have a bunch of these bayous, which are like rivers, I guess. And this bayou over here was completely full when the influx of water came in and basically flooded pretty much all of Houston. The year before, in the Memorial Day flooding, Harriette and I lost our home. Our home was under several feet of water, and we basically lost everything. So this has been kind of a work in progress for them to fix up this area again. They did fix the dog park, kind of rebuild that, so that's good, so the dogs can play. But this is a really great ride. It's partially shaded, partially not shaded, but there's a lot of people running. There's paved bike trails, there's asphalt trails for people walking. You can walk your dog, rollerblade, pogo stick, whatever you want to do. Anyway, so I do this pretty much every day. I also have a 38-mile ride that I do, which is just south of here along Brays Bayou. But that's pretty much completely not shaded, and it's actually, even though it's just a 14 miles up, 14 miles back, and then 8 miles to and from my house, it ends up being pretty much a pretty strenuous workout. So I only do that probably once or twice a month, but mostly I do this ride. It's quite entertaining watching people, working out, and you get the occasional CrossFit guy dragging a tire behind him. Yeah, I was like, okay, dude, show us up. Anyway, so this is just what I'm doing this morning. The weather is really kind of nice, but a little sticky, and it's going to rain for about the next 10 days. So because of that, I'm going to do a museum day today. I'm going to the Musuem of Fine Arts that was closed the other day when I wanted to go. So I'm going to check out the Van Gogh exhibit and some other stuff that they have. I haven't been in a while. And then I think maybe try to check out another museum after that. Or if the weather is still kind of nice, it's still, blue skies, I might do something outdoors like the Botanical Garden or the Japanese Garden. So plenty to do in Houston, even when it's hot and sticky. But definitely check out the Allen Parkway bike trail. ride your bike near downtown along the Buffalo Bayou, you'll see these murals that I've been watching the artists painting these for a couple months. And they started out by tracing them on tracing paper, and then they've been painting. And it was commissioned by the Houston Audubon Society. Audubon Society, and they commissioned this to bring awareness to the different birds that you can find in Texas. So as I mentioned on the Grand Canyon video, I need to get into birding because I don't know what any of these are. But it's really, really nice to just kind of, ride by. And I mean, the artwork is phenomenal. I mean, the attention to detail and all of this. And I watch them painting out here. So definitely swing by and check it out. It's just kind of at the top of the bike trail near the University of Houston. And like I said, this was commissioned by the Audubon Society. And there's a bunch of different places. I went to High Island. I went to Port Aransas. You can check out those videos and just kind of see my nature walks that I did. The company that painted this is Inked Well. And like I said, it's just to bring awareness to the nature here in this concrete jungle that we live in. Now I'm up near the end of the trail near White Oak in the Heights. And this is where predominantly people that are into looking at birds and nature come out here. There's a couple nature trails that go into this little wooded foresty area, I guess. It's just really good ride. This is about the 12-mile mark at the end of this little bike path here. You can get onto the regular roads and head up back to Allen Parkway from here, but I backtrack back through downtown past the aquarium and then end up going over to the memorial side of the Allen Park, I guess. Actually, it's Eleanor Tinsley Park, not Eleanor Rigby, as I thought it was for years. I was like, that's cool. Anyway, so then I head back through River Oaks and then head back to my house. So this is good. On the way back, you can also go to the aquarium and you can ride on the train. They have some roller coasters and other rides. You can actually just get in this back entrance there, and I think you buy tickets for each of the activities, and then there's a separate charge to get into the aquarium. So you can lock your bike up. There's a bike lock right over there. And so I don't have a lock today, so I can't do it, but I would love to ride the train. That would be super fun. If you take Kirby Drive, another great stop is the Rienzi House, which is a free garden that you can walk around. A lot of people do quinceañera pictures and wedding pictures and what else do they do? Proposal pictures, engagement pictures, baby's first photo. It's really pretty. You can just walk around. And then back in the day, Harriette and I used to do yoga here when she was little as part of the Breakfast Yoga Club. So obviously with COVID that doesn't happen, but it's right on Kirby Drive, right when you're heading southbound from Shepherd. So it's a great stopping point to just kind of walk around, stretch your legs, and it's one of my favorite places in Houston.
This is Rienzi is the European Decorative Arts Center of the Musuem of Fine Arts. Most of the decorative arts and fine arts inside the museum or inside the house is from the 18th century. So it's a great balance between here and Bayou Bend, which is of course American decorative arts from the 17th and 18th, 16th, 17th and 18th century. So it's a good balance to that. It was the home of Harris and Carol Masterson, built in 1954, on land which they purchased from Miss Ima Hogg of Bayou Bend. It was finished in 1954, designed by the same architect as Bayou Bend, John Staub, and they worked closely with Ralph Ellis Gunn, who was a landscape architect. He did about 200 of the homes here in River Oaks.
That's crazy, and they're beautiful homes. I ride my bike through like Inwood and through Kirby Avenue back to my house, which is not in this area. So.
And he was also the designer of the landscape designer for LSU in Baton Rouge. So, but he worked closely with the architect to ensure that the gardens have a harmonious relationship with the house. That the interesting thing about the gardens is they are entirely native plants to Texas, native to Texas.
Okay. So
everything in the garden is native to Texas. You have both natural, very natural areas, and you have formal gardens here within. It's 4.3 acres, so there's a lot of room for a lot of different variety, but all native Texas.
This tree is definitely my favorite tree. I love it. Always my favorite. So now I'm heading back toward, I guess the Upper Kirby area. This is River Oaks with all the fancy houses. And actually a couple months ago, the residents decided to put up fake no parking signs all over the place. And somebody finally came along and took them down. So I'm in River Oaks, which is kind of the fancy part of town. And what they did is somebody bought all of these like fake or pretend no parking signs, and they've put them up all over the neighborhood, which is actually not legal. These are not official signs, and this is a public road. I mean, all these houses, you know, are a couple $1 million each, but you can't do this. This is not actually legal to put these signs all over. So this is a neighborhood in Houston called River Oaks, and they're just trying to stop people from parking on a public street that we pay taxes for. Yeah, look, see, somebody went and got like 100 of them or something on eBay. I don't know, but it looks like people are kicking them down. We go over here. I'm on my bike right now, but yeah, see, look, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This one's just attached with zip ties. Not exactly the kind of I don't know. So this one fell down. So that's like 9 signs on one street corner, just because this guy that lives here doesn't want people parking on his street. Yeah, you can't do that. That's illegal. But it was like, I don't think you can do that. This is a public road. It's not a gated community. So, but yeah, I mean, these houses are just, what do they say, redonkulous. A lot of old money here, and a lot of money to be stuck to the same place. So I don't think I would ever want to own a house, at least not one this big. Good afternoon, everybody. I am in the museum district, and I'm headed to the Musuem of Fine Arts, and I'm going to see if there's parking. They always change it around a little bit. Sometimes it's free and sometimes it's not. Or I could always just park back over at the Children's Museum since I have validation tickets. So I'm going to see the Van Gogh Hockney collaborative display that they have, exhibit that they have. And I haven't been to the Musuem of Fine Arts in probably about a year. So it'll be interesting to see what else they have. It's a really cool museum. Really, like, even if you don't understand art, if you don't care about art, it's just a really, really nice collection. And the thing about Houston is that they really put a lot of thought into what we have here. And, you know, I give them a lot of credit for that. I saw a really good art show that was about the, like the royal family. And so that was super cool. And I saw that about just over a year and a half ago. So it's been a while. I'm looking for parking. don't know where parking is, but it's really pretty down here. This is Herman Park area where Harriette and I used to go to ride the train and you know, go see concerts and things. So lots to do down here. It's very hot and humid as usual, but yeah, so just check it out. So I found free parking across from the Museum of Fine Arts. There's actually two buildings, so you want to make sure that you go into, well, you can go into either building, doesn't really matter, but there's free parking right by the St. Paul's Methodist Church, and I knew there was. So except for 7 to 9 a.m. on Sundays, you can park here, so we should be fine. Nobody else has tickets, so and I parked here before, so I know that, so I grabbed a spot, so we should be good. Let's go see the museum. I'm in the Museum of Fine Arts. I've got my ticket for the Van Gogh exhibit at 3:45, so I'm going to check out the museum. It's super interesting, lots to see, including this guy, whoever he is. So this is a little creepy. So they have a lot of permanent exhibits, a lot of stuff from like, I don't know, the 1700s, a lot of portraits. And they kind of have a lot of things for everybody here. a contemporary arts museum. They renovated it and opened it in November again. And previously it was not connected to the rest of the museum, but now it is, so pretty cool. A lot of bizarre art that you can see, and bizarre people. Okay, anyway, so let's go take a look. Lots of really cool kind of mind benders and strange things to see. I kind of like it though. This is kind of more my style. Like, what is that? And how much did that person get paid? Is that Rothko? No, someone else. I think that's Rothko. Yeah. This is like, people in Houston hate Rothko because we have the Rothko Chapel, and it's like 6 of these paintings that mean nothing and do nothing. It's pretty bizarre. In the Contemporary Arts building, they have a cafe that looks really delicious, and there's 2 lines. One on the left-hand side is for the pastries and ice cream, which is what I got. Right there, focus. There we go. all done with the museums. That was super fun, and definitely check it out. They have a lot of different exhibits. I'm going to go over to the Japanese garden now, and I'm going to go just kind of walk around for a little bit. It's supposed to rain for the next 10 days, which is joy because Houston tends to flood when it rains, as I said before. So I'm at the zoo. I don't know why I'm at the zoo. Trying to find parking because the train is running, the little miniature train that we loved, and I'm going to take these people's space. So the zoo is the only place that I've ever had a gun pulled on me, and some, I'm going to say it, asshole decided that he was going to do a U-turn in front of my car when Harriette was in the back. This was about 5 years ago, and it was a 2-lane road, and he was next to me, and then he decided to just, I guess his wife is some old guy. His wife had a face in her hands or something, and just decided to, I guess you're not leaving. Not leaving. Okay, well, I'm not going to park illegally. Anyway, so yeah, so the guy, you know, was like driving in circles. He made a mistake. He did a U-turn in front of me. I beeped because he almost hit my car, and they pulled a gun on me, which is like, I guess when you have a gun, you can do whatever you want. A jerk. But anyway, so this is kind of just a madhouse down here. They should just probably pave over the golf course, get more parking priorities. But anyway, so I guess people are coming to the zoo in the afternoon. Ooh, there's a space. Woohoo! I got a space. I'm just parking in a bunch of trash that people left. Okay, I'm gonna go walk around Herman Park for a little bit before the rain, go to the Japanese garden if it's nearby, because I actually don't know where I am right now, and then get on the train. So I think I'm gonna go ride the train for a little bit. So Harriette and I used to love that, and yeah, so I'm gonna go do that right now. Okay, so this might be the line for the bathroom or the pedalos or the train. I think that's the train over there. Is this the train or the boats? The boats. Okay, so this is the line for the train. So this actually kind of makes me a little happy that the train is running. I love the train. It's like my favorite thing. So I'm on the train, I got my ticket, and it's pretty full. So this should be fun. It's been a while. So excited. I love miniature trains. Faster than I remember. And what's funny is people like wave at the train. It's really funny. Everybody waves. This actually makes me super happy. I am so happy the train is running. This means the world is healing and the world is coming back to life again. This just, I wish Harriette was here. This just makes me super happy. We used to roll down this hill as well. that's Miller Outdoor Theater. They used to have concerts that were free. And then this is the fountain. And again, everybody's waving. And they have very, very loud. I guess they have a wedding, cowboy wedding. This seriously makes me so happy. So over here is the new Japanese garden they were building, and I haven't seen it yet. I'm not parked over this area and the train isn't stopping, so I'll have to come back and take a look at this. But I remember they were starting to build it about 2 years ago, and it looks pretty cool. You know, any place that's enclosed where you can have your kid run around is always fun. What is happening? That's weird. That was fun. So glad to get on that train. It was going super fast though, like more than my comfort level. So I'm just going to walk around a little bit and I think I'm going to head home. It's going to start raining soon. But this is really nice. So I think I'm going to grab a quick snack from the cafe. And another day when I have another person with me. The one downside to solo traveling, sometimes you need 2 people. But I might do the pedal boats. So those look fun. I don't think Harriette would like it. She wouldn't want to pedal. She would just want to relax and like have a picnic, and you know, I'd be doing all the work, which is fine. I'll take one for the team.